Hello, my name is Dina Acoin, and here's a little bit about me. I have spent my career in early childhood ages 0 to 7 in both general education and special education. Aside from teaching at Kaplan University, I am a special education service specialist at a Montessori public school. I work with teachers from the toddler room to upper elementary with inclusion students receiving special education services. Now, I'm going to focus on how teachers can use classroom design in early childhood education settings to support developmental growth. The classroom environment is an essential component for maximizing learning experiences for young children. A teacher can create a classroom that captivates, invites, and encourages many senses. Using the various aspects of design, a teacher can effectively motivate all who enter the environment, stimulate those that occupy the environment, and rejuvenate those whose interest in the space is beginning to fade. The first aspect is texture. Texture in the environment offers visual awareness and depth while also providing children with unique tactile experiences. Texture is often overlooked in the early childhood classroom when it may be one of the most important. As children interact with sensory elements, they improve both their observational and fine motor skills. So looking at this picture, we can see the textural components and softness, creating a cozy, comfortable environment, also reducing noise level using pillows, beanbags, rugs, drapes, and tablecloths. Other examples include sensory tables, sand and water tables, and texture walls. Things on texture walls can be Velcro, sandpaper, felt, velvet, corduroy. Looking at this picture here, we also see tissue paper and bubble wrap. Overall, including texture in the environment adds complexity and encourages children to compare, contrast, and experiment. Aspect 2 is color. Color can be influential in both positive and negative ways. Improper use of color can overstimulate and confuse children. Appropriate use of color can create a mood and reflect children's communities. Additionally, color can be used to define space and increase spatial awareness in young children. As we're looking here at the picture, we see the two colored mats with the same design to avoid overstimulation. Then we can also look at the wall, painted a nice, calm, and soothing color. We can also see pictures on top of shelves with themes to create a sense of awareness. Aspect 3 is furniture. Furniture and other classroom objects can be used to identify classroom areas such as dramatic play, art, music, and science. When the objects are realistic and sized properly, children's play will increase in quality and depth. What's more, having appropriately sized materials allows children to build independence and self-esteem. We can see in the shelving from this picture that all of the materials are at arm's reach and very low to the ground. We can also see in the background the tables and chairs appropriately sized for children in an early childhood classroom. Aspect 4 is elements. Multiple sources of light create an atmosphere of relaxation and contemplation. By using light in supportive ways, children are able to interact creatively with others and with the environment. Various forms of lighting can enhance visual activity and positively affect mental health. Also, consider the distinctive needs of students and how assorted types of light can support them. Lighting choices include natural light, as we see in this beautiful picture, how nice that makes the environment. We can also choose full spectrum lighting options, which are the closest to natural light, and also daylight bulbs that stimulate sunshine. And there's a lot of choices there, so be sure to investigate that. Aspect 5 is focal points. When entering the classroom, a distinctive focal point can draw attention to interactive learning centers, children's work, an architectural element, or a beautiful work of art. Focal points invite children to actively engage and participate in the environment. Looking at this picture, we are drawn immediately to the corner where the soft climbing materials are. And this lets a child know they can go to that space and freely move their bodies around in a safe manner. We also see the focal point of the table. It's a very distinctive space where things like snack and lunch happen. And you can see that there's adequate space from toys and other materials in the classroom. The last aspect of classroom design is help. Collaborate with other teachers to brainstorm design ideas. Observe other classrooms to get ideas. Make use of various published materials on the subject of classroom design, and utilize assessments for reflection. One such assessment is the Early Childhood Environmental Rating Scale Revised. It assesses 7 categories for improvement to the environment, and one specifically being space and furnishings. So utilize this tool, assess your environment, and reflect on what improvements you can make for the students in your classroom. Finally, thank you. Thank you for listening, and I sincerely hope this information will encourage you to create beautiful and authentic environments for early childhood education.